Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. I hope all is well. So I was waiting for the correct time. I thought that I was supposed to record earlier. Well, I was going to. And then the creator said to wait, okay? I actually took a little nap. I was up until about 5 in the morning this morning, and then I went up and I went to work. I was up by like a little after 7, so I was just running off a little over 2 hours. Oh yeah, no periodic table, no alien talk. But I wanted to share this with you guys. The creator told me to. I am currently being spiritually attacked. I went over this before and just how it's kind of important for me to be careful with recording in the midst of my attacks, simply because people are going to be picking up that energy. So when people tune in, whatever spirit someone is sending me, I have to make sure that I am doing my part to not only banish the spirit, but to actually completely kill it off. There's a difference. And like I said, I went over this not in detail, but a bit briefly, just about how important it is for me to just tune in and make sure that I'm sitting in the correct frequency, even when I receive messages, because I have to make sure that those messages are coming from the creator. And it is important to make sure that not only those messages are coming from the creator, but to also make sure that the messages are coming at the right time. A lot of people who don't understand warfare may think that I'm just yapping off, but I'm not, okay? This is very important because spirits can attack you through your ear gates, your eye gates, any of your portals, okay? Of course, we know through food and your dreams and your clothing and things like that. But the main ways for things to attack you internally is through your gates, okay? Through your portals. When someone is sending a spirit to something you are consuming, you might want to pray over it. So I would even say, I always, suggest that anytime someone, and I could know that God is definitely the author of the download, but just to ensure you that you are receiving something that is for you, I would be encouraging you to make sure that you are listening to something that is specifically for you. I'm never going to convince anyone to move about to listen to my podcast if God is not leading them or instructing them, right? And it's very easy to get consumed with our own ideas, our own thoughts and conceptions and beliefs. And it's really important to make sure that you're not in that energy. That would be your ego, okay? That would be you thinking that some, energy outside of yourself is convincing you, rather, to be in a particular energy, okay? And that means consuming anything, whatever that thing is that you're consuming. That would mean that you are being led to consume that thing, especially if it is something that you are just being exposed to. It is important, okay, to not only pray and ask the Creator if this podcast is something that He wants you to consume, but I'm not going to ask anyone to pray over me. Like, I'm not asking anybody to pray for me or over me, okay? Please do not. But do pray and ask that this podcast is a blessing to your life. And if it is something that will be negative for you, that the Creator will reveal that to you and remove you from listening, okay? I am very, very interested in seeing people prevail and do what it is that God wants them to do. I will never, ever in my life want anyone to listen to this podcast just so I can have listeners, okay? I am very interested in seeing people grow and develop and expand, especially in their spirituality. Of course, in the physical sense too, but I'm more of a spiritual person. And when we see people get blessed in the physical, getting money, buying homes, getting new jobs, buying new cars, traveling, buying jewelry, buying new clothes, living, a particular level of quality of life, it's always exciting, right? But when you get to see people move up in the spiritual ranks and get closer to the Creator and become enthralled with their purposes, it is something different. Like, I'm going to tell you. And I'm sorry that I got my grown man voice on because I was asleep. And the Creator wanted me to be well rested before recording so I could be an obedient vessel and not a sleepy one, okay? It's not a big deal when you are in situations that you don't understand, okay? The big deal comes from not acting on what you know is right. And this is a part of warfare. Sometimes you don't even have to be attacked by a spirit to know or to not do the right thing, right? Like you don't have to be under possession or on someone's altar or have people, doing rituals to be disobedient. Sometimes you're just disobedient because you want to do what it is that you want to do. So we can't attribute our disobedience to warfare, okay? It's two different things. True, you may have some spirit attached to you that would be leading you to be disobedient and disobey the voice of the Creator. That would be warfare, okay? If it is indeed a spirit attached to you, convincing you and pushing you to do things that you shouldn't do, okay? That's different. That's not the same thing as, like I said, just simply doing what you want to do. That would be you deciding to take the lower vibrational aspect of your journey. We all get more than one path for the journey. and you can take whatever direction you want. The Creator has given all of us free will to decide what type of life and what type of vibration we want to go through the journey vibrating in. So before we go, I just wanted to make sure that aspect of it was understood, because we don't get to blame the Creator for our decisions. The outcome now is a direct result of the choices that you have made. So once you get that part down pat, you'll start realizing the things that you are probably needing to stay away from, and the things you probably need to be investing a little more time in the areas that may require a little more balance. Okay. I'm really interested in moving in directions that will allow me to be a little more at peace and humble and clear as far as the downloads are concerned. I don't really want to be in a space where I am afraid, rather, of people that I am supposed to be partnering with, right? I would very much rather make sure that I am obedient to the Creator. And I didn't even want to record this topic. I had some other topics the Creator laid on me, and I was like, please, God, and actually I was gonna record something else, but it was important for me to make sure that I at least gave an explanation. And this attack is just an attack for the day. Lately, there's been a lot of heavy, dense energies coming at me. And sometimes it would make sense why the Creator would just have me not record at all. Because essentially those topics and conversations would not be of Him. Okay? And I'm fine with that. I don't want anything low vibrational attached to me to try and latch on to someone else via the podcast, the YouTube, my Instagram, any platform that I may be connected to. I would never want my warfare to spill over to anyone else. I mean, we talked about this and how we need to protect ourselves from the music, from the TV, the news, the clothing, whatever it is that we're consuming on a daily basis. It's very important that you are not allowing yourself to be consumed by forces, whether they are external or internal. Remember, we have entire galaxies inside of us, and if we don't navigate those waters properly, we will swallow and drown in our own troubles. Okay, this is warfare, and we don't get to pick and choose the techniques and the schemes and plots that are used against us to throw us off of our pivot. We don't get to tell people how to attack us. They just attack us because they want to. And you have to be courageous enough to build a relationship with the Creator, to not have a care in the world what it has to say. The world is going to pick at you for choosing God, and you have to be confident in your position with the Creator as a warrior. Okay? But I'm going to end it here. I do love y'all. I do hope y'all have a happy Juneteenth. I hope y'all are drinking your water, eating your fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea, because it's most definitely free. I love y'all. Peace.